Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Knothole Gang. Atop the Mickey Friends parking structure is where we'll begin, looking at the backside of Galaxy's Edge. And look at that. Last week we had a little bit of something. This week they're building, you know what, that's probably like a garden in the backyard. Like, you know how you build a garden in the backyard? That's, you know, they're going to put some nice roses or something back there. Maybe, they can grow their own cabbage. Who knows what that is, but forms are being put in back there for some other purpose. That is not cabbage related. Otherwise, it looks kind of about the same as it has been the last few weeks. You know what? I noticed when we were on the Rivers of America how much more white we could see through the trees, and I was wondering if it was this thing or not. That's why I wanted to get a closer look. But that's not the top of the hall. That is that awning that they're building over that entrance, secondary entrance, I think is what the term is that we're looking for. On that part, on the attraction side of that building. Nothing happening through these trees or that tarp. Pan across the top of the Battle Escape building. Still nothing happening with that piece of steel framework. I don't know what they're doing there. They just put that thing up and then it's just stayed that way for a long time. No mesh for a very long time. Backside here looks about the same as it has for a while. It looks like a lot more steel is going up and a lot more mesh is going up on that forced perspective section behind the Millennium Falcon spires. I'm going to stop calling them peaks. I'm going to call them spires now because we know that this place is called Black Spire Outpost. I'm stopping here because that looked new to me. I thought, I've never seen that before. Took another closer look, but nope, I went back 2 months and that piece of steel and all that stuff up there has been there for the last 2 months, so not new. But that thing is still new. Now, I have been trying to find that, and I still can't on the Rivers of America, but Jensen says, he noticed it as well, obviously. And while you can't see it on the Rivers of America, he does say it is this thing right here. And I guess that does make sense. It just seems like a lot of trouble for a spire that really doesn't have any sort of... It doesn't play in our field of vision, even on the model. Because this is close up. If we zoom back a little bit, you can't even see that thing back there. I realize it is a model still, but what is the purpose of that particular spire? I have to know. But I'm going to go ahead and say, well done, Disney, for really, finishing off the look. No progress really here. I'm just going to stop here to say that it looks about the same. That they have added those sort of antenna-looking things, but otherwise no real progress on that particular structure. We'll take another look over here at the top of the Millennium Falcon building at those spires that they are building. Petrified trees, enormous petrified trees is how these are being described. And we kind of had been hearing that for a while from various users saying it's not mountain or rock, it's petrified trees. Although one could argue that a petrified tree is rock, but so we do have confirmation from Disney on that point, which I prefer. I like to think that I think that's cooler that they're petrified trees. We'll scan across the top of Battle Escape again from the Millennium Falcon side, or from the far left side. I call it the Millennium Falcon side, whatever. Wow. And you can see a little steel creeping over the edge of the Battle Escape building there. That's fairly new. And the Columbia. Heading over to the Rivers of America. Just not a lot of visible progress, I'm afraid, for us to report on here. It's just more about texture coating, and I mean there is detail being done to the textures outside the mesh, but you can't really see. I mean, it doesn't really play or show on camera in terms of visible differences between this week and the last month or so. No new structures are being built there. You can see a lot of rock work going on back there. You know what? That's interesting. I'm going to stop here. I feel like I haven't really paid much attention to this. I'm always looking at the steel in the foreground, but in the background, there's a lot of work being done there on the mesh. New mesh has been applied in front of the Millennium Falcon peaks. That's cool. Let's continue. That's about as far along as it's been the last couple weeks as well. I was watching a Yensid 55 video, and he's got another... amazing, that guy. He finds the best angles to look at stuff. But anyway, we're going to go to Toontown next week. You can see that, that steelwork in the foreground with the yellow scaffolding, etc. You can see that from Chippendale's Treehouse, of all places. So we're going to head over to Chippendale's Treehouse next week and see our views from there. Looking forward to that. That guy's a master at I don't know how he does it. I really don't. Let's get a close look at that spire. That looks really neat. I can't wait to see how that looks, because it's been covered in scaffolding forever. I can't wait to see how that looks, just without any scaffolding on it and done and complete. That's going to be impressive. I keep trying to find something to see in those trees with the pyramid structure back there. I'm fascinated with them. I don't know why. Again, I think we can see that fairly well from Chippendale's Treehouse also. I felt like we haven't done a lot of comparisons from this shot. This is our last shot while on the Mark Twain. And so I wanted to see how this looked, or how it's looked in the past. So we're going to stop right here and compare this to, this is 3 weeks ago. And it looks about the same. There's a lot of similarities there. It looks about the same. So again, like I was talking about before at the beginning of the Mark Twain or Rivers tour, most of what's being done now here is fine work that we can't really see without the long view is, not a lot of changes. And there you go, guys. That's our Galaxy's Edge update this week from the Mark Twain and the Rivers of America. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week with more stuff, including new views. So thanks for watching, everybody. Fresh Bite.
This is getting really surreal. Filming myself.
We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!